I keep on trying to tell y'all. I keep on trying to tell y'all. The name of the game has changed. The rules of engagement are no longer what they once were. And these dudes who y'all out here celebrating, these dudes, I'm trying to make sure I don't got lag. These dudes who y'all out here glorifying, these people are not who you think they are. As you all may know, there was recently this thing called the Crip Report Card that was released by Hood Political News or some channel. And on the report card, I received a big fat F as a Crip gang member in LA County. And people were hitting me up and they were like, oh, you got an F on the Crip report card, whoop, and all this stuff. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I told these people, I said, I'm proud that I got an F according to today's definition of what it means to be a member. I don't push that. I don't promote that. You know, I adamantly speak against it when it comes to people being a part of that. And that being something in our community that young men aspire to be a part of. So when I got my F, I was proud. Because if you would have told me that the OG triple OG of a LA Crip set would have an indictment that allegedly lists 75 members of his own gang rolling over on this dude in a situation where he is looking at spending the rest of his life in prison. When I was running this, when I was running these streets, I wouldn't have believed it. I would not have believed that this is possible. But after being in this situation, after seeing the way, you know, what once was has morphed into something that's nothing like what it used to be, what is alleged, I believe to be true. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. We are living in an age where these Johnny-come-latelys, as I call them, the dudes who really wasn't doing nothing, are all of a sudden the hardest gangsters on earth. I'm going to tell y'all just like somebody told me. Two things. I'm going to give y'all two pieces of game. One, an OG from where I'm from told me, he said, look, man, all the real gangsters is either dead or they spending the rest of their life in jail. Or they so messed up physically and mentally that they ain't no good to nobody, not even themselves. The second piece of wisdom that he dropped on me was this. And this was one of the reasons why when I did my stuff, I was solo. I give you another piece, an additional. He said, dude, when you get into it and you run in the streets and you out here get into it, people, he said, don't yell out the hood. Don't even chuck the hood up. Because soon as something go down, they going to know exactly where to come looking for people at. So if you run in the streets and you get into it with somebody, and man, I'm from whoop-de-whoop Crip. Well, dang, when the smoke clears, you know where they know to come to? Straight to the neighborhood where whoop-de-whoop Crip be running the streets at. So when I see these dudes talking about, oh, dead homies, cuz, and on this and that Crip, and all that, I'd be like, I laugh at him because that's how I know you're not going to do anything. At least based on the rules of engagement that I came up on. What you're doing is like what Big Sass said in his latest album. You're hiding behind your gang because you're weak. You can't stand on your own two as a man, so you got to hide behind your gang because you're weak. Somebody call you out for a fade, one-on-one, man-to-man, and instead of just doing it like you want everybody else to do, like you didn't out here politicking and telling everybody else they should have did and should have, you hide behind your gang because you're weak. You take a man-to-man thing and try to turn it into a gang thing. The last piece of wisdom that one of my OGs gave me was this. He said, bro, be smart because they know more than you think they know from who you know. They know more than you think they know from who you know. That was his way of telling me, you really can't trust nobody. Don't think the police are stupid because they're getting information that you think they would never have from people that you thought would never give it to them. I don't even know if what is alleged is true, but if it is, I don't see how Big U didn't know that. I'm giving y'all game right now. I'm giving you game that these little busters and suckers and simps, they not going to give you. Because these dudes is trying to look good for the camera. To them, this stuff ain't about nothing. These people don't carry no weight in their area. All they trying to do is look pretty for the camera and look like they the hardest dude ever on camera. But then when it comes time for the cameras to get put down, well, you know what time it is. But I can't believe Big U didn't expect this. But it's not our job to judge or condemn or pass judgment on Big U. What it's our job to do is learn from his mistakes so that we don't repeat them. And if he's the man that I think he is, and we could go into that federal jail and talk to him, I'm sure he would say the same thing when all is quiet and the lights go out. I got gray up in my beard. I mean, I'm significantly younger than Big U, but not that much younger than him. But I would never want to be in his shoes, and I'm man enough to tell you. Whatever they're going on with that, I'm not built for that. I'm not built for losing my freedom at 60 years old and spending the rest of my life in prison when my son is in the NFL with a big fat contract. Bro, they supposed to be doing nothing but going to games and getting drunk on the beach somewhere in the off season. And now my man is looking at spending the rest of his life behind bars while everyone else gets to enjoy the fruits of his labor and of his son's labor. It's diabolical. It's ridiculous. And then to look at paperwork and allegedly read that 75 of your own people told on you. According to WAC 100, bro, tore the freaking visiting room up. And I know y'all be like, WAC be lying. Now, this is all alleged, but the internet got it, so we going to speak on it. This is all alleged, but I totally believe that. Because I had put myself in his shoes, and I imagine how I would feel. If I'm supposed to be the triple OG big dog, and these dudes supposed to be the ride or die homies who ready to do dirt with me, probably done ate with me and got paper with me. Right? Yeah, I would be ready to tear some shit up too. If we just being honest, y'all. I'm not going to say it's not fair. I'm not even going to say it's not right. But it definitely goes against the rules of the game that man chose to play. The game that at a very tender age, I realized was not for me and was like, I can't do this and raise a family. I can't do this and see my daughter walk down the aisle one day, especially the way I am. I showed a little bit of that stupidity when I showed a little bit of the ignorance that's in me when I pulled up to War Chief House, because I was ready to go for blood, sick and all, fresh off the plane. But I understand, like, dude, you do have a job, and you do have a really good job. And if they see you out here in the street squabbling like a damn animal, there's a good chance that you could lose it, because it goes against the agreement that you made when you were were employed. I'm not dumb. So now the fade's got to take place in the gym now. The fade's got to take place with two people signing a waiver now. Not because I'm afraid of what they're going to do, because I know what I'm capable of doing. And I have shit to lose, and I'm not afraid to say that. Some Negroes is so egotistical, they won't even pick up the phone to just make an apology for the sake of peace. They rather keep pretending like it's all these other reasons why they won't, go and live up to the standards that they try to set for everybody else. But the problem is, when they dealing with me, I'm not a young homie. I'm not a nigga who was looking up to people and I'm little this and that. I don't have a big homie. I ain't got nobody name up over me where another nigga telling me what to do. Never did. Never will. But I bet they do. You little whoop whoop whoop. You little whoop whoop whoop. But so when you thought you could put a battery in my back and try to tear up my ego to make me do what you wanted me to do when I knew it wasn't what's best for me, you just looking dumb. And shit like what's going on with this Big U situation is exactly why. The same people egging you on, you got to do it for the set, cause same people gonna be telling on you. Same people gonna be telling on you. And what's gangster about that? What's gangster about being in a cell knowing that 75 people that you thought was down with you allegedly snitched on you and crying your fucking self to sleep at night as a man who's going to grow old and most likely die behind bars? There's nothing gangster about that. There's nothing gangster about that. You know who gangster? The big homie, the big homies, the older homies who just closed on a second and third property, who got out the street and beat charges, all types of shit, and they closing on a third property and got a rental property and got a net worth and got $150,000-$175,000 job, a year job. That's gangster. Still with their lady after 20 and 30 years, and she was their ride or die when they was in the hood. And their kids is grown up and then went to college and graduated and then played in the NFL and all this type of stuff. That's gangster. But you know what's not gangster? Expecting a man or trying to convince a man to do something you're not willing to do. And then trying to slander the man while pretending like you were that man's friend. Ever like that's not gangster at all. But I'm gonna play you this video from yours truly, Poetic Flacco, that breaks down, it details a little bit more of what is going on with this Big U situation. Sorry for the monologue, but I needed to set this up so you guys could understand the mindset, mind frame that I'm in right now when I'm looking at this. This is pathetic. This is beyond sad. And you know me, I'm about law and order. So I ain't going to holler, hey, free Big U. I'll say free him if he's innocent. Free him if all these charges are made up and fraudulent. But if he was out here doing a crime, you know you got to be prepared to do the time from where I'm, as far as I'm concerned. So let's tap into this.
Big U made himself a leader of the Rolling 60s. Now, I know some Rolling 60s, all right? I love it. You know, I like him. Brick Baby is my homie. He's Rolling 60s. He's thorough. He's a real one, right? Seti Nash, he a real one, right? I know some Rolling 60 members. They're not all bad. But the literal slogan of Rolling 60s is, you not a real 60 until you kill a 60. You're not a real 6-0 until you kill a 6-0. That's not necessarily where I'm looking for unwavering, dying loyalty from, if you get my drift. Big U apparently was expecting unwavering loyalty from his group. All right. And come to find out, it was nowhere to be found. 75 people are signing up to send you to jail for life? If this is true, Big U either have snaked, extorted, effed over more people than we know, or else Big U's crew of guys, again, not all Rolling 60s, but Big U crew of guys is probably the most disloyal group of niggas I think I'd have ever seen, bro. 5 and 10, maybe 20 out of the crew, cool. But 75? Nah, son. Nah, bro. That's a little different. Now, Wack 100 says that he heard this from someone who spoke to Big U directly. Now, you're probably wondering, why is Big U called it Wack 100? Well, that's because Big U needs Wack 100 help to disseminate the information.
See, Wack ain't gonna let a dummy make me a dummy. He got 75 6-0s in his paperwork telling on him.
You said how many? Big
75. So you know he needs my assistance. You know what he want me to do.
What, be the lawyer?
Expose.
I'm not saying Big U is Albert Einstein here. I'm not saying Big U is supposed to be the super intelligent PhD holder, right? And quite frankly, again, I like Big U. I got no problems with Big U, but I don't consider Big U a smart guy. I mean, Big U was doing crimes with dudes from LA. If you do crimes with anybody from LA, you're automatically a dummy in my book, right? Because first off, man, I wouldn't trust an LA dude further than I can throw him, and you can't throw him, okay? All right? Most of them are 300-pound gangbangers who wear size 32 Amiris, bro. All right? They squeezing in it. They fat, they funky, they musty, right? Don't got nothing going on, right? I wouldn't trust them, okay? I'm fat, but I'm not funky or musty, you feel me? All right? So I wouldn't trust no fat, funky, musty gangbanger. First off, man, how you fat, funky, and musty and you at war every day, bro? I ain't never seen no fat soldier. Not in the Army, not in the military, right? Not in the Navy.
Hey, Flacco trying to cook these dudes. But now listen to that. This dude was beefing with, apparently him and Wack 100 had some type of beef, allegedly. Now that Big U has seen the paperwork from, this is alleged, and it looks like 75 of his own guys then rolled over on him. Now, according to Wack 100, he's out here basically giving information to certain people that he knows have communication with Wack 100, so that Wack 100 could put it out there, which he's doing, that, hey, 75 members rolled over on Big Eugene, right? It is crazy to have to crawl to your enemy for help when the people you thought were on your side betrayed you, right? It's crazy to have to crawl to your enemy when the people you thought were on your side betrayed you. And what's so ridiculous about it is this. Later on in that same video, they say that Big U said he looked at his paperwork and didn't see 600's name in that paperwork or Wack 100's name in that paperwork a single time. He didn't see them in the paperwork at all. allegedly. So the people you thought was telling wasn't even telling if what's being said is true. And it made me immediately go back to what the older homie told me. They know more than you think they know from who you know. You thinking this dude is snitching on you because he's talking shit to you and he refuses to back down to you and act scared. But the whole time, it's the dudes that you in cahoots with. The people sitting in the car with you, going on a mission. Whole time he in there, he like, dude, if shit get tricky, I'ma just tell. I'ma give up the big fish and I'ma tell about stuff that I heard that he did just to sweeten the deal for me, right? Trust me, if they let all these mafia hitmen and the Iceman and all these dudes out of prison for rolling over on the Dons, you believe they won't let these little scrubs out for rolling over on the big dog, Big U? And now this is alleged. Now I ain't throwing nobody under the bus, but we just talking about what is being said on the internet right now. This is why I keep telling y'all, stop trying to impress the streets. Stop trying to impress the streets. Because the area where I come from, if you get down, your big homie is there ready to get down too. The dude telling you, hey, bro, you got to handle your business and get down. If somebody call him out, bro gonna be even quicker to get down than you because he understands he has to represent and live up to, your expectations. We didn't came all the way to 2025 where the dude will sit back and try to egg you on the fight. But then when somebody call him out and disrespect him, it's all about, oh, no, you ain't going to get this fade. Oh, you wouldn't fight this person. You wouldn't fight that person. You wouldn't fight this person down the street. And fish tacos is $2 on Tuesday. Yeah, all that may be well and good, but this person called you out. And we are not the same. We're not built the same. We're not built the same because someone called me out and I drove 45 minutes to go see about it. Now, of course, I got my stipulations for obvious reasons. What they said it wasn't. So you know what I did? Did I turn it down? No, I arranged it for another time and that person bitched out. But let me tell you the coldest part about the situation. People will be like, oh, we your homies, we your friends. When you were trying to push the narrative that I got marked out and turned something down, it was 3-4 videos. We didn't went on a tour to talk about it. But when that dude turned my fade down, I provided audio evidence, video evidence, text, screenshot evidence. Where was the video about him turning it down? Where was the equal energy for that dude turning it down? That dude saying, I was just trolling. You'll never see me again. And I think that those guys who's supposed to be your friends are disgusting. Where's that? I'm waiting on that video. I'm waiting on the war chief turned down the fade video. But that's how you know it was just a one-sided attempt to slander. But me at my big old age, my character is not in question and my position is solidified. My position is solidified. My homies ain't going to turn on me because the internet. Maybe that's how y'all homies do, but my homies ain't going to do that. They don't give a fuck about the internet. Because we came up together. But if that's what y'all out here calling real and this is the way to go, be my guest. Sound like a bunch of dudes who like the dudes who rolled over on Big Eugene. To me, if you ask me. If you twisted my ankle and made me say it, sounds like the same type of dudes who are like the dudes who allegedly rolled over on Big U. And y'all know it. Y'all not dumb. People could talk about shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, because someone was like, don't leave until I get there. Don't leave until I get there. See, one thing people will do, bro, they'll do something called lying by omission. They don't have integrity. So what they'll do is they'll just purposely not speak the facts. They won't lie outright. They'll just purposely omit. I don't know if y'all know what omit mean, but it means to leave something out. They'll leave out the facts just for the sake of continuing to let the slander ride. Like I see people in comments saying, oh, bro had his daughter up there with him. Bro, every nigga who was there know I didn't have my daughter up there with me. But show me where one of the niggas was like, nah, bro didn't have his daughter with him. Nah, let's let the lie keep going just for the sake of us being able to present ourselves in a certain way. Dude, if that's what y'all consider friends, bro, if that's what y'all consider friends, I feel bad for you. I got real friends. I got my homie from Westside Peru. Dude, people from all over LA hit him up. Hey, yo, bro, what's up with Whoop Whoop? What's up, bro, Brandon? Bro be like, that's like my brother, bro. You don't understand what bro mean. You don't understand where bro coming from. It ain't really him, it's you. That's what a real homie do. A real homie gonna speak based on his knowledge of you and who you are. A real homie not gonna sit up and be like, I'm just not gonna say nothing to be like a female to see what type of bullshit jump off. I will never do that. And let me tell you what's crazy. Even when niggas was slandering me, I still wasn't saying anything. I said, dude, I forget these dudes. It ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If a nigga would have came to me like, oh, when you said the shit about we didn't have your back, you know, that kind of hurt a nigga feelings. Woo, woo. All right, man, my bad. I didn't mean it like that. If I said it within earshot of you, clearly I wasn't tripping off whether you heard it or not. We could have talked behind the scenes. But dudes want to go straight to slander because the reality is they probably never liked you anyway. You think nobody ever told me, yo, I don't think them niggas like you? Please. Several people who didn't even know them and never been around us together came, saw our interaction. Okay, hey, they ain't fucking with you. But I said it's about making the videos. It's about the podcast. Like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm not here to be liked, as you guys can see. I'm not here to be liked. But to go and just slander somebody. Rich Trapper is calling you out. Why are you still making videos about me? That's the crazy part. Go get your fade. Stop trying to make videos about me. I don't want to fight you. I have no animosity to the point where I'm gonna fight you. So why is the video about me and not about the person who is calling you out, gangsta? On whoop-de-whoop crib? Go get it. I went to go see about mine. If the nigga really wanted to fight me, you would have just got cracking, right? Just take off then, nigga, if it's that serious. Oh, you a bitch. No. The bitch nigga is the nigga who lied about what he got. And then when we got up here, it wasn't that. Bro called me a bitch. I called him a bitch. Cool. But that's totally different from someone who don't even want to go in the vicinity of the person calling them out. I made myself very available. If the niggas want to pack me out, I was there. Get me. Pack me out. I'm here. I'm present. I'm in class. How is the person who show up more of a mark than the person who won't even show up? It ain't even about being friends and all that. You know, Rich Trapper is a cool, I almost call the nigga Rich Grinder, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I ain't gonna hold you. But Rich Trapper is a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He's a family man, he's raising kids, he's with his girl, you know, they have a good situation, and I will always support a black man who's trying to do that. Yo, what up, Flacco? I'm going to support a black man who's trying to hold it down for his family no matter what. I don't know about bro pass. Bro, explain to me what happened. I've gotten information that seems to confirm that. So at the end of the day, that's it. I'm not gay, so why do I care? I live in a gay community. But to sit up and, oh, this person's gay. Please, there's a bunch of hood dudes out here who gay. Trust me. I know several of them. No, Trill Smokey, keep up. War Chief turned it down. I did a whole show on it, showed you how War Chief was, you're never going to see me again, and I'm going to put a spell on you, and whoop, whoop, and I was just trolling you, and look at how many views I got. Tav Third, I mean, he seems to be, a stand-up dude. He literally confirmed it. He was hitting the dude up, and the dude literally told her, I'm not showing up because I don't want to put me and my team in jeopardy. Yeah, War Chief is a dope fiend. I already know that. I knew that from the jump. Y'all don't understand, bro. We live in California. These bills is serious out in this motherfucker. You can't just be out here taking stupid chances. And you want me to tell you what's crazy? Even with the viral way situation, I understand where he's coming from because he has something to lose, right? But just say that. Just be like, look, and this is my biggest thing. Just make peace with the situation. Don't leave the situation up in the air to where some stooge sees somebody and then they trying to do something. Call that man, get on the phone. Hey, man, my bad. I didn't mean nothing by it. If you can't do that, that's what will make me lose respect for you as a man. Because now you're letting your ego override your common sense. If I saw War Chief in the future at an event or something, he'll probably walk up like, what's up, Brandon, man? I didn't mean it. That's how people are. I was just on a show with ODM Slim. You can see the show. He was like, oh, man, it's just content. We ain't da-da-da. I was like, bro, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. Because I know how people do in the content world. These dudes is struggling for views. Go look at Viral's page. All his videos, other than ones where he's talking about me and Rich Trapper, they like at 1,000 views or less. I get it. People say shit to get clickbait. War Chief is trying to build up a platform because he can't get no more fights. And he did succeed because he got 200,000 damn views off of that situation. More power to him. More power to him. But it's not I don't care about that stuff. All I know is as much as people was talking shit to me, did nobody run up? And I'ma still say whatever I want to say, and no one's gonna do anything about it. If you really want to know, no one's gonna do anything about it. Trust me. I've been on the show. I've been doing I've been saying what I want to say. Now, how many of you can say the same? And if you can't say the same, you better go get you a CCW or something so you can. We passed the age of being scared of anybody. I didn't see the biggest fall to the smallest. It's the nature of the martial art that I do. So I ain't worried about nobody. I'm gonna do their best. I'm gonna do my best. They're gonna do their best. May the best man win. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But so many people who these people think are hard are doing that, so it don't even matter. But this is what I'm saying. Is it worth it? Is it worth spending the rest of your life in jail like Big U might end up having to do? 100%. I mean, look, you can't beat me with words, so then you try to act tough. And then you look and you think, like when I was talking to the homies and shit. The homies was like, bro, they really don't really know you like that. They don't really know you like that. So they think in their mind, oh, I do this and this, and then it's like they like when they meet you and they see you, they like, oh shit. And they like, and the crazy thing is, some people, their ego is so ridiculous, they'll try to do something like shoot you or stab you just so they don't have to deal with you. And what did we witness with the suspect situation? I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. I know. Yeah, Viral Way could never cook me. He cooked your brain like a bowl of mushy oatmeal because he could never cook me. Bro, Viral Way could come up here right now. What he gonna do? Start yelling and screaming? What he do every time we debate when he can't win? Because I got one question. Why did you ask me to do something you were not willing to do? He told me it don't matter what happened. You supposed to crash out, my nigga. It don't matter what you about to lose. You supposed to crash out. Okay, show me what I was supposed to do. Okay, big homie, show me what I was supposed to do, since you know what I was supposed to do. But they'll never do it. They'll never do it. And I'm smart enough to know that. And so I didn't let a battery get put in my back. And guess what? Here I am in one piece. At the end of the day, somebody called you out, you turned it down. If anybody who say anything about Viral Way and this and this and that, you are just proving how much of a bitch you are, because you're trying to come at me for something that your boy just did and you ain't going at him. You're not being even. You're not calling balls and strikes. You probably have some type of homosexual attraction to him, and therefore you're going to defend them. That's more likely what it is, if you ask me. Right? But hey, that's neither here nor there. So what do y'all think about this Big U situation? Do y'all think it's true that the 75 members turned on him? Do y'all think that's true? Or do y'all think that this might be a fabrication by WAC 100? Yeah, Lee Butler. This is what's funny. Hey, listen, Brandon, you're clearly a liar. You need to start telling the truth. You asked for a fade inducted when it came, man. I've been watching the whole thing. Lee Butler, you're clearly an idiot, because I didn't duck shit. I went. This dude lied about his gym. I set it up at a real gym, and then he ducked it. That's the story. That's what actually happened. The dude lied about his gym. I said, I'm not rolling around with you on cement in your raggedy garage. So let's set it up for somewhere else. I got the venue, sent Adam, Lush, Tay, and every member of No Jumper the venue, sent it to War Chief first, and War Chief said, you will never see me again. I am worried about the safety of my team. What team? I don't know. Those 15-year-olds or 20-year-olds that he hangs around with. And he said he's going to let the spirits handle me. And then he said, yeah, this was all a troll. No one will be able to troll you like I did. You clearly haven't been paying attention to the whole thing. You're clearly a dishonest little bitch. So you're trying to make something up that never occurred. Like, I don't get what people get out of lying. Oh, he went crazy today? I'm not acting tough at all. I lead with peace. But somebody disrespecting my black belt, yeah, that has to be addressed, and it got addressed. And it turned out that the dude was too scared to even do the martial art that he was trying to disrespect, even though he's supposedly a brown belt, which is one belt below me. Y'all, look, this is why the black community is fucked up. Too many people have no integrity, right? That's what that means. When you sit up and perpetuate a lie knowing that it's a lie. That's called not having integrity. And the worst part about not having integrity is it doesn't hurt anybody but you. You're the person who's looked at as shifty and untrustworthy and shisty, right? And then you get in a situation where you need somebody to have integrity on your behalf, and they don't, because that's what you out there putting into the universe. Fireway told me, oh, see, I told you, you putting that type of energy out there. Well, bro, you put that energy out there. You jumped on the internet calling a man gay and everything else, and now he want to fight you. The difference is I put the energy out there and asked anybody else got smoke or issue that they want to deal with. I'm getting phone calls. Oh, my nigga, it ain't like that. It's just content, my nigga. So I said, oh, this is what we doing. Okay. And I left it at that. And LA is a big ass city. And I said, any podcaster in LA. Now, is that a lie? Is that a lie? Did I not say any podcaster in LA who spoke on me and tried to call me out and say this and I got marked out? Y'all welcome to come through the gym. Just inbox me. You know how many inboxes I got? None. I got phone calls. Nah, bro, it was just content. We was just joking. They could have just not called me and said it's just up whenever I see you. Yeah, man. Lee Butler, you got to go. Because Viral Way never put me on the map at all. You stupid. Bro, Flacco came on this channel before I ever did a podcast with Viral Way. I knew Flacco. Flacco knew about this channel before I ever did a podcast with Viral Way. Period. So I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyway, got his ass out of there. But this is what people do. They'll just keep telling lies, keep messing on. All right. So let me ask y'all a question. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to put the link in the chat now so y'all can come up and speak on the Big U situation. Do you think the 75 members rolled over on him? Or put a 2 in the chat if you want me to keep going to the Chrisean Rock situation and then go on to the Black Fatigue situation, and then we could talk about it all at the end. Let me know right now. 1, if we need to put the link in the chat now. 2, if we need to just keep going and put the link in the chat at the end. I got 1, 2. That's the first vote. Hey, it's just like politics. Black folks be mad about the results, but they don't want to participate in the process. If you want me to put the link in the chat right now, give me a 1. If you want me to keep going to the Chrisean Rock situation, and then put the link in the chat after everything, put a 2. Yeah, you could do it. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. All right. I haven't looked back at the screen. 2. Hey, we keeping it going. All the 2s is in there. Okay, cool. Because I'm about to be doing this on a regular basis, so I want to see the format that the audience likes the best. Okay. Chrisean Rock, trashes, MGM. All right, so you guys know this situation that's developing, or it's already developed. It appears that Blueface was 1,000% justified in evicting Chrisean Rock and their newborn baby from his house while he was in jail. After Chrisean trashed his place, after he allowed her to stay there, when he discovered that she was homeless. Okay? People had a lot to say about this. That's your baby mama. It don't matter. You know, that's women's favorite line. Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter, right? You supposed to let her tear up your stuff and act like a damn animal and just deal with it, right? This is where we are. This is where we've arrived as a group of people. But everybody was dragging Blueface. He's a horrible father. He's tried to. I saw all types of crap. But now it is being reported, and it's being more than just reported, that Chrisean Rock and her boyfriend, $2 Bino or whatever his name is, they were recently kicked out of the MGM Grand Hotel after her and her boyfriend trashed the room they were staying in. And not only were they kicked out, CPS was called on them CPS was called on them after the MGM grand staff realized that they had a baby in the room and the conditions of the room were deplorable. And that's putting it lightly. So what I'm doing right now is, if you haven't seen it, I want to show you the video of this. And I swear, Instagram is so, I hate this. I'm telling you, out of every social media platform, I probably hate Instagram the most. Instagram makes it so damn difficult for you to simply search something up. It's like you're looking for it. You're looking for a search bar so you could type this in. Nowhere to be found. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's human error. Maybe I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. But there should be a search bar right up here somewhere where I could just boop, 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 Chrisean Rock, and it pops up and we could watch the video. But I don't see it, so I got to go to Google. All right. So the dude's name is Hood Trophy Bino, and they was kicked out of this situation. Here we go. Apparently this girl has the info. I don't know who she is. Shout out to Everybody Hates Chrissy. She clearly is going to be helping us out tonight. Because I could not find the video. So here we go. Guys, let's listen to what Everybody Hates Chrissy has to say about this situation.
Book is shaking, because if she keeps up messing with these men that don't have anything to lose, causing her nothing but bills and problems. So Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend, I thought this was her ex-boyfriend, Hood Trophy Bino. Well, they had a wild night at a hotel stay in Vegas, and they destroyed the room, causing Chrisean, because that's the only person who I think has enough money to pay for this, to be afforded a bill of like, what, a couple $1,000s. We're going to show you the footage and the photos of said room that was torn up. There's a lot to the story. Where's the baby? Let's talk about it. So I was made aware of this story about 3:45 in the morning. I was up working late last night, and this story came out like 2 hours before that. So it had come out at like 1 a.m., 12:30 a.m. So TMZ is where I first saw this story being broke. This is a photo of what they had going on in this hotel. Now, one of Chrisean Rock's sisters, there's so many sisters, she came out and she said that Chrisean does not have any solid place to live. After Blueface's father kicked her out on live, he recorded kicking her out of Blueface's old house. They're saying that now she doesn't have anywhere set to live. When she purchased the house, she purchased it for rent. Probably could not keep that up, tried to move everybody in there. But with her having such a large family, I'm not judging that. Sometimes when one person in a Black family has money, that's the cash cow. It doesn't matter if it's 11 kids. Well, she's been in a hotel with him for days, streaming, clearly getting lit up because there's bottles of Don everywhere, 1942 bottles,
Oh, my bad, guys. Dang, I hate when I do that. Sorry, my apologies. But I was going to say, where was the baby at? The baby was clearly in the room. Why else would MGM call CPS if there was no child present, right? But imagine having a baby in this situation where they was in there doing God knows what, getting high, who knows, getting drunk, getting faded and all that stuff. But Chrisean is on a path to self-destruction, just like Cardi B. Why? Because there is an army of women, hyper-emotional, masculine, vicious females who celebrate and applaud and egg these people on as these people, descend into, into the fire, right? That's why I called that last show self-destruction. Nothing is wrong. Nothing they do is going too far. And these are their avatars, just like the gang members, quote unquote, who defend Young Thug while trying to convince you that they are not living an alternative lifestyle. He is their LGBTQ avatar, and they're going to defend him to the end because he makes them feel okay with being gangsters, but then also living an alternative lifestyle. This is the same thing with Chrisean. This gives these women an excuse to be toxic, disrespectful, ignorant, abusive, and just mentally unstable. If she do it, if I don't do as much as she doing, I'm okay. Y'all saw that video where Chrisean was eating that food out of that man pan. He's a chef working at an event. She just eating the food out of the pan with the spoon. You know, there were women on that video talking about she was right. Wasn't nothing left in the pan anyway. Oh, it was nothing left in that pan anyway. It was okay. Because they aspire to act that fucking ignorant. So they have to excuse her doing it as they build themselves up to the level of ignorance to where they'll be able to do it.
Sado bottles. I mean, I see all types of bottles here, Jack Daniels bottles. And according to the live stream that they were having, the baby was allegedly in the background of these lives because that is how she makes the majority of her money. The Twitches, the going live, the super chats, content creator stuff. TMZ says TMZ Hip Hop obtained photos of the hurricane aftermath that the reality TV couple, after staying in MGM Grand from...
Who do y'all think is watching these videos? Who do y'all think is sending these super chats? I know it ain't a bunch of dudes sending their super chats to get a hotel to get boned by another dude. It's females who wish they could leave their $19 an hour CNA job and go do wild hood rat stuff like Chrisean Rock all day. This is what they aspire to be. And then tell you we don't want to be objectified. They don't want you to objectify them, but they damn sure want to objectify themselves. I'm just calling it like I see it.
MGM Grand in Vegas from September 19th to September 23rd. So I'm seeing this here, just looks like a bunch of food. But when I really look at the photo, I'm going to keep looking because it doesn't look like anything's destroyed. It just looks like a lot of work for the cleaners. Are they just trying to throw something on this girl? Did she just leave a messy room or did she actually destroy it? Yeah, I'm looking at the carpet. I don't know if it looks destroyed. It just looks dirty. She just really left something for the housekeepers. Hope she tipped them. It says, as you can see from the exclusive photos, there are several empty bottles of Dawn, clothes, even an empty canister of Monster in N2P nitrous oxide, which is legally sold at several dispensaries in Vegas.
I'm not muting it no more. God, I always keep. I'm not muting it no more. Dang, I always do that. I'm sorry, y'all. It ain't gonna happen again. I'm not muting it up no more. What I said was, even this big back chick is trying to make excuses for Chrisean. Oh, were they just picking on her? I don't see anything in these pictures that looks too bad. All this type of crap. It's like, look, man, they don't just come up to your room for no reason. You have to be doing something for them to be called or for them to feel the need to go up there and address you. They want your money. They not trying to interfere with your good time. They want your repeat business. They want you coming back, right? But she's trying to make excuses for this girl. Oh, is it really like that? Because why? Black women, everybody's picking on them. No one's picking on you. No one's picking on you. No one is picking on you or Chrisean. Chrisean caused trouble everywhere she goes. At this point, we know what she is. So why does this person, why would you even put yourself in a position to where you're trying to find excuses or make excuses for someone who does shit like this everywhere they go? The only reason this is a story to me is because this confirms what Blueface's daddy was saying about this girl being a pig and destroying his stuff. And she didn't want to stay there anyway because she knew she couldn't bring her boyfriends and lay up with them. She couldn't bring them to Blueface's house so she could lay up with him. She didn't want to be there anyway. She engaged in self-sabotage purposely so she could get thrown out of that house, and she probably made $100,000 to $200,000 from these no good heifers who were defending her and trying to stick up for her because they really want to be like her. They really want to be able to run around, go crazy, act wild like animals, and nobody be able to tell them nothing. That's what's going on. 100% Tam would make excuses for her. She didn't want to be there. That was all a play to get people to feel sorry for her. She know how to work this internet. And look at what y'all hard-earned money that y'all sending her is going on. A bunch of bottles of Don Julio. A bunch of bottles of Don Julio. Hopefully not drugs, but I'm sure there's some narcotic involved. These stupid little canisters that everybody's sucking on, getting faded on. Like, that's what y'all giving her money for? She got y'all thinking she buying stuff for that baby and taking care of that baby. That baby is like a piece of furniture. It just sits there while mama turn up. You would think she would get a babysitter, but she doesn't care about that.
Vegas. Now, y'all have to tell me down in the comments, what do you use nitrous oxide for? I don't do drugs. And with clothes being left there, something maybe tells me that she wanted to come back. There's food there. There's bottles there. They planned on coming back and getting the rest of their stuff maybe, and they probably couldn't afford it. So it's like, ma'am, the checkout time was 11. You're done. You can't come back in here. It doesn't matter what you left in here. You would have to pay. Now, I'm not saying I know that for sure. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but this is where it gets really sticky for me when the children.
Of course, you're trying to give her benefit of the doubt because that's what y'all do. As in the words of Ricky off of No Jumper, you trying to shoot her some bail. But at a certain point, a person just is who they are. At a certain point, a person is just exactly who you think they are. And there's no reason to make excuses for that person because that person will never change as long as they see one person supporting them. It's like a dope fiend. They'll say, oh, I do dope because my childhood was bad. They be clean 12 months. They'll try to put on their shoe and their shoe don't fit them the right way. They'll be right back there smoking on that pipe because they're looking for any excuse to keep on doing what they want to do.
Children get involved. So it says, however, things got even more tense when Las Vegas police conducted a child welfare check because when they saw her on live, people started calling CPS. It says the welfare check after the rowdy pair had gone live on IG, and onlookers spotted their kids in the background. So let's see, their kids were probably there too. Let us read this. Added parking package declined new MOP. Per security guest in room 2214 is with the party file report again. Metro is currently upstairs in the room with CPS doing a welfare check. And it says comp upgrade to LMS due to issues at the pool and reservation issues. Decline for more multi-room booking. Primary traveler, Tadashi 202 rooms. So it looks like she got multiple rooms for people. Again, that mindset of somebody with a lot of siblings feeling like you got to take care of the group. You need to make sure your cup is overflowing and give everybody the
Man, damn the siblings. This girl done got comped. This hotel is showing her love. They know who she is, and they know they know she's essentially going to be a high roller. I'm looking at y'all goofy because I'm like, y'all spending y'all hard-earned money, giving it to this girl, and this is what she's choosing to do. This is what she's choosing to do. Buy a bunch of bottles of Don Julio, take care of that no good lazy bum she with, and go and turn out the MGM Grand and jeopardize the safety of her kids. But this is what these women support.
Overflow. Chrisean, your cup is not full. It says Metro, which is the police, Metro Police, is currently upstairs in the room with CPS doing a welfare check after they seen guests live stream and want to do a check on the two kids inside the room. An additional room smells like weed per security. So that will get you in trouble. You cannot be smoking in no MGM Grand. Now, Shakers, I looked up what nitrous oxide does. Nitrogen oxide, NS2S, whatever it was, is whippets. Whippets is something that people do with huffing. They use it to get high. So y'all were in there drinking and getting high off whippets with the kids in there. This is a photo of the police coming to the hotel room. It's streamed by Bino. I'm sure he's getting a lot of streams off of her and just benefiting from these just crazy situations around her because it's nothing but press for him. Chrisean Rock's pocketbook is shaking because if she keeps up messing with these men that don't have anything to lose, causing her nothing but bills and problems. So Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend, I thought this was her ex-boyfriend, Hood Trophy Bino. Well, they had a wild night at a hotel.
Okay, start over. But basically, you get what's going on. So this lady, she's out of control. She's just living this wild life. She got this man baby in tow. Probably ain't even his baby. Did he do the DNA test? Because I remember he was saying he wanted to do a DNA test. And I saw the army, the sisterhood army, they were all going after Blueface like he was wrong, right? Like they were going after him like he was some evil dude, but it turns out bro was totally right. He was totally right to kick this chick to the curb and question whether or not that was his baby. Y'all forget Chrisean is from Baltimore. That's a wild place. And now Baltimore's coming out in her. Why you think Tank Davis moved his ass to Florida? Like, I'm getting the hell away from here. You don't see any other, well, what I would say is you might see other groups doing stuff like this, but there's always an intervention. Somebody steps in to intervene. Where's Chrisean mom at? Where her daddy at? Where the aunties in the family unit? See, but that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. There's no community here. There's nobody who could be like a mother figure or a grandmother figure and say, baby, look, just leave the baby over here. We used to have that. My mom was a partier when I was a little young kid, but my mom could leave me at my grandmama's house and she'll take care of me until my mom, got all her party out and then came back. It wasn't nothing. It was not abnormal for grandma or big mama to have the kids for a week or two while mama running the streets. You had that level of community and that support system. Where is it at now? All you got is a bunch of idiots online encouraging the person to dive headfirst into destruction. And if you dare say something about it, you're a misogynist, you're this, you're that, you're everything in the book. This is what they mean when they talk about black fatigue. This type of shit weighs on the conscience. It chips away at the soul. When you see people who look like you, who expect you to march and holler and hoot and scream if something happened to them, right? When you see them behave in an animalistic way, and then they say, it ain't just me, it's us, we all together, right? Hell no. I'm a black person, you're a nigga. And then when people who know better try to attach us as a group to these people, I have nothing in common with Chrisean Rock. I have nothing in common with her bum of a boyfriend. Don't know her, wouldn't want to know her. She's ignorant. But we live in a society, our community specifically, celebrates the crash out culture. Oh, she's going to be pregnant again for sure. You already know Afri-culture. We all know where this is headed. Come on. This is headed in the Cardi B direction. It really ain't no different from Cardi B's direction, except for there's not as much wild partying. But there's definitely unsafe practices going on. Cardi B got a baby by a dude, allegedly got a baby by 3 other dudes. Wasn't no safe sex being practiced right there. We know there wasn't no safe sex being done. But this is where they're going. Destruction. And the sad part is you have so many people who look up to them. Where do you think those women are going to go? Where do you think they're headed? To Candyland? No, they're headed to destruction too. They're just building up the courage to just jump off the cliff. These girls have already jumped off the cliff. They're building up the courage to jump off the cliff. They want to be just like, y'all know Cardi B was in Long Beach. Cardi B was in Long Beach yesterday or the day before. Look at all, you should have saw all those women out there. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. A low down dirty shame like the Keenan Ivory Wayans movie. But this is what they're into. This is what they're into. And it's not just Chrisean. It's not just Chrisean. There's a pandemic of these like situations where these female, and I'm gonna speak on black females specifically with this one, where these females are like willfully ignorant, violently ignorant, don't want to listen to nobody, think they know every damn thing, and if you dare try to tell them something, they try to come at you. Oh, you a misogynist. Let me see if this will play. Because I'm shit not bad. Hold on real quick. I don't know why my Instagram won't play. Hold on. Let me see. But if you dare try to challenge them, oh, you a misogynist, you hate women. That's their favorite damn line. I'm like, I hate women. Okay, I want y'all to look at this. And we are now in the Black Fatigue segment of the show. I want y'all to listen to this lady argue. This woman, black woman, she argues with a lawyer about whether or not there is a such thing as privacy in public. Now, if you are a social media creator, one thing you know is that there's no such thing as privacy in public. If you are in a public place and someone's recording, you cannot say, oh, you're violating my privacy because you're recording me. Everyone knows this. Why do you think people film in places like Times Square and stuff like that? Let me know if this sounds better. They film there because they know that no one can say that they're violating their privacy. That's why. That's why. So we all know this. This is in this world. In this world, we know this is common. Even little kids know this, right? Listen to this crazy ass woman argue with a lawyer saying she has privacy even in public, and nobody can record her even in public.
I mean, you just trying to kill.
I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker.
That does not make you an attorney.
He's a licensed attorney. He does this thing called Ask a Lawyer, right? She says she is a licensed insurance broker. So she sells insurance. So because she sells insurance, she's now going to argue with a licensed attorney about the law. And I'm not saying all attorneys just know everything, but I think bro knows what he's talking about because he goes out in public as a lawyer and puts his knowledge to the test. This is pretty easy. This is a pretty simple one. The average American knows this, right? The average American knows this, but for some reason, the black woman doesn't want to listen to rational thinking.
Everything you're talking about, okay, is secondary to the statement that I'm making, right? And that is, you do not have a right to privacy in public. So you, like, if you want, you do not have a right to privacy in public, full stop.
So?
No, there's no so. Full stop. You have no right to privacy in public. There is not. I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker.
That does not make you an attorney.
Privacy, security.
Great. There is no right to privacy in public.
What I'm saying, okay. All right.
You have no expectation of privacy in public.
I think that it's holding on for the argument over it.
Well, no. You're trying to have a conversation about how
she's over it because she's wrong. She doesn't want to admit she's wrong. So she wants to try to take home like a moral victory by saying, oh, he's just dumb. I just didn't want to deal with it. And that is the same energy that led to those kids trying to chase those white guys from Turning Point USA off that HBCU. She's like those females who chase them out. Ignorant, don't know shit, but want to argue you down because of how they feel. It took me 2 seconds to type in this. I literally typed it in. Do you have a right to privacy in public? No. You do not have the same level of privacy in public as you do in private places, but you still do retain some expectation of privacy that is legally protected by the Fourth Amendment in the United States. The protection depends on a reasonable expectation of privacy, meaning society considers your expectation of privacy to be legitimate. While you can expect absolute privacy from public observation, you do have a right to privacy regarding things that you have taken steps to keep private and that are not voluntarily exposed to the public. Now, what does that mean? If you go in the bathroom and you close the stall door, I'm going to break this down for you idiots who try to argue between the facts. If you go in the bathroom and there's a stall with a door, the door is your level of, it's your privacy. There have been measures taken to ensure privacy. If someone busts inside that door while you in there dropping a hot stinking load, they have violated your privacy and they might be liable in court to pay some type of damages or even get a charge of assault. That is a reasonable expectation of privacy. Most people don't like to drop a hot stinking load when people are watching. If you are randomly walking through Times Square, you cannot expect the same level of privacy that you could expect if you are in the bathroom or at your house in the room. That is what the lawyer is letting her know. You do not have privacy in public unless you are in a place that is presented to the public or prepared for the public where privacy is. There have been measures taken to ensure privacy. Understand that. That's it. So he's totally right. She's totally wrong. But instead of just saying, you know what? I didn't know. I learned something new today. She lies about being an insurance broker because she couldn't even tell him. She said she was an insurance broker over privacy, some nonsense, just babbling, right? And then I don't know if that guy was with her, but she was like looking at him for reassurance, and he's like, you're just wrong. But this is a prime example of why the Black community is messed up. This is why a prime example of why the Black community is messed up. This same woman arguing with a damn licensed attorney will wonder why she can't maintain a healthy relationship. She'll wonder why she can't find a husband. Well, because you want to argue facts even when you're obviously wrong. And if this guy wasn't white and he was in a relationship with you and he looked like you and he was Black, you'd probably be calling the cops at this point saying that he threatened to kill you. Because you are that adverse to being wrong. And then the worst part is the Black man. He bends the knee to these idiots in the name of getting some coochie. He bends the knee to this idiotic type of behavior in the name of being able to say, yo, I hit that. And as I put on this little snippet, then you wonder why the YNs are running your community. Because the most ignorant of females have a lion's share of the kids by a minor ignorant contingent of men who really don't give a fuck either way. They're not going to argue. They're just going to go to the next female. And now this ignoramus is raising your son. And, you know, as he gets smarter and wiser and grows up, now that is the only person he has to, who he can learn rational thinking and emotional control from, and she don't got it. She doesn't even understand it. So now he's in the street going crazy because his friend got killed, don't even know how to process it. So now he out there with a gun, running up on everybody he can, trying to put them in the dirt till somebody put him in the dirt. This is not rocket science. This is very simple. There's a clear line that you can draw from one point to the other, but we'll be in denial. And there's men who will get up and defend these idiots from harsh but justified criticisms. It's real bad. This Black, that guy looked exhausted. People like that are exhausting. Violently ignorant. As my old coach JB said, Coach JB on Instagram, he said, ignorance is life-threatening. That's the woman who you like, look, man, we got to get out of here right now or we all dead. No, she's going to be making all types of excuses. She's going to be making all types of excuses until everybody dead. Because in her mind, she said, hey, if I think it's right, it must be right. And not even open to listening to another perspective or a facts-based position. That's how those people on No Jumper are. They wrong. But they're so ignorant, they don't even want to hear what you have to say. They're going to let you talk and then try to interrupt you just so they don't have to hear the truth. And then when you tell them the truth, oh, you a coon. I'm a coon because I'm not dumb and I have the ability to use common sense and rational thinking. That's wild. That's wild. But Black fatigue is a real thing. And they out here making the world worse for you, the normal Black folks. They out here making it worse for you, the normal Black folks. I want to play this one right here. This is a funny one. This is another example. I'm playing probably 2 more videos. This is one from the Cartier family.
So there's
where this guy, white guy, moves into a Black neighborhood. Clearly, this lady's son got something wrong with him. But like most Black people, like Jordan Neely, suffering from mental illness, they family don't take care of him. They just release him onto the community and let him be somebody else's problem, right? This is what we mostly do. And so this fool show up to this white guy house, sitting on his porch, talking about this his house and this his. Now, white guy moves to a Black neighborhood. big black retard, gets on this thing, says he owns the house and he owns this man's truck. And he got to call the law. Is this racism? No, it's come get your damn peopleism. Because you supposed to check these, you supposed to deal with your own people first before any other group have to deal with them. That's why we always ended up dead all the time on the news. Because we don't want to deal with them, so we unleash them on everybody else, but want to hoop and holler when the other people have to lay them low.
I bought this house and I do not like to be disturbed.
Okay. Well, you don't live here according to the guy that does own it, so.
What guy owns it?
Him.
How old is he? Think he owns a house?
I don't think you own the house.
I own it.
You have a key for it?
Not at the moment. I lost it. How about that?
Well, how about the owner of this property is asking to get off his property?
The cop is a racist. This guy is a racist. He's a race soldier. He hate black people. Anything he say is all rooted in racism and discrimination. You know how we do. You know how we do. This man is outside of his mind, looking crazy as hell, but we will justify what he's doing because the cop is a racist. How come he didn't shoot him in the ankle?
You're not, and now I'm telling you.
Look, that sucker chump don't own this house. I own this truck in this house, and both of y'all know that. Both of y'all know that, okay? He got the keys right there in his hand. I know what you're talking about. It's over for y'all. Y'all don't want to help. You leave it.
Do you live here?
Man, I told you.
No, you told me on the house.
Hey, if this dude would have said, "Is we finished or is we done?" I would have fell out my damn chair. That's what he should have said. Is now is we finished or is we done?
So I asked you if you live here.
What's your name?
All right. So there's property once you leave.
He's not the owner.
Okay. So you're telling me that truck's registered to you?
That truck, I bought that truck belongs to me.
Is it?
Now, mind you, when this dude called the cops, he obviously had to show the cops his ID, some type of identification to prove that he is the actual owner. This fool talking about he lost the keys and all this stuff. But this the worst part. This boy got some kinfolk somewhere around there who know that his crazy ass is on the loose. It's like that joke from Ricky Smiley. You know when you go over somebody's house and they got a family member who got something wrong with them, but they don't warn you ahead of time? And then you go in there and they crazy ass family members all up on you and shit, and you don't want to be rude. You don't want to elbow his little ass, get the fuck off me. So you just got to deal with it. And they know this kid irritate everybody that come in the door. They know that. They know that. But they going to sit there and act ignorant like they don't know that their family member got something wrong with them. I got a cousin named TJ. He is crazy. He is crazy. And when I introduced him to anybody who was like my significant other, girlfriend, whatever, I had to tell him, hey, this dude is a little bit crazy. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't take nothing he say serious and just stay close and ignore him. Tell me why this fool was in front of the county building in LA one day. Me and wifey going into the county building. We was taking my sister up there. This fool up there in a wheelchair talking about he got paralyzed by the police in jail. We saw him 2 days later walking down the street. Wifey was like, I thought he said he was paralyzed. I said, I told you don't listen to that this fool say. I warned her when I saw him. Like when I saw him when he was willing his ass up to us, I said, this dude is crazy. Don't believe nothing he say. She's dumb. She believed it. Yeah, man, the police, man, they beat me up and slammed me on the side of the bunk and I got paralyzed. She believed it even though I told her not to. So then when she saw him walking 2 days later, she was shocked. I was laughing so hard I pulled up on that fool and said, I thought you was paralyzed, fool. He said, oh, man, I just had a dream that I could walk, and then I just got up and start walking. But you got to warn people when you got motherfuckers like that in your family. Crazy, touched in the head people type folks. These people know that this boy is not right. But they let him roam the damn neighborhood, terrorizing folks. Now, why did that white man would have did the Lord's work and put his ass down in the street like a wild animal? Guess what? Oh, he's a racist. This dude is so adamant that he owns that house, he probably would have tried to fight the homeowner. What if the dude got a weapon and tried to attack him because he's clearly not right in the head? Now we would have been having to do some flower bringing and slow singing because another black man then got unrighteously killed because let me tell you, if he would have got crazy and got killed, they would have never said that he was mentally unstable. You would have never knew that part. They would have covered that up to get you in a frenzy so that the Democrats could try to take whatever state that is in the next election. This is what we do. This is what we do. That's why people are getting black fatigue, especially black people.
Registered to you.
It should be.
If I run that plate, it's going to come back to you.
Run the plate, because you didn't run it last time. Y'all didn't run it last time. Run it now.
Listen.
Run it now.
Shut
now.
Stand up.
Man, don't touch me, man. I ain't scared of your boy ass. Man, look.
Now, let me tell you, I have an admission. I never watched the video fully through. I watched the first 2 minutes. First like 20 seconds. I said, this nigga's crazy. This is going to be a great video. I didn't even know he fought the cops. But see how I can assume and make an educated guess that turned out to be accurate based on seeing him interact with someone for 2 seconds. So imagine his family who've been watching him act this way for his whole life. They should put a bell around his motherfucking neck so when he coming, everybody know, lock your damn door. Like a damn cow. Here come Crazy Larry again. Lock the screen. Batten down the hatches.
Damn!
Oh,
shit.
Is he fighting him?
Oh, hey. You're
gonna get tased. You're gonna be tased. Yo, some bullshit, man.
Oh my gosh,
it's over, man. Damn, man. Hey, man, get off me, man.
The taste made niggas act right.
Yo, man. Hell no.
Why is he tripping like that?
Bro got the police are weak. Hey, all these police officers are straight suckers, man. How did you let this bum get you on the ground flat on your back like you about to get it? Like you about to get molested. How did that happen? A big smelly motherfucker too. Like, no, dude, I would have karate sized that dude right in his balls as he was walking up to me before I even let him touch me. I would have hit him with the pepper spray. But these are the racists. These are the Klansmen who coming out to slaughter unassuming black males. What are you talking about? They did 10 times more wrestling with that fool than I would have did. I would have gave that dude 3 warning shots straight to his damn jawline. And they're like, hey, I thought he was going to, he had a gun. Yeah, bro got this dude flat on his back. Where's your partner at? Whatever happened to you go high and I go low? But I knew that any idiot could tell this was going to escalate to that. Because this guy was violently, he was violently opposed to listening to the police and getting off that man line. How did I know where this is going to go? And you idiots would have been out here burning down half the country over this damn bum. Because that's what we do. We pretend that we don't know our own people. I knew when that fool said that was his house and it wasn't, that this fool is crazy. I remember when we was younger, we had these crazy kids in our neighborhood. I ain't going to say their name. But it starts with an E and it ends with a T. Hey, Sticks and Stones, if you still watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know exactly. Hell, I don't care. The name of the family was the Everetts. They're going to see this shit and try to find me and kill me. My granny used to be like, don't mess with them Everetts. They crazy. They ain't rap tight. And as a kid, I didn't know any better. Till those fools tried to crash my damn birthday party that they wasn't invited to and I had to get out. When I was 9 years old, I said my grandma was right. These fools are crazy. Sticks and Stones. He put the hand into the face palm sign. But my granny used to tell me, yo, they crazy as hell. Don't deal with them. And as we got older, they revealed themselves to be everything my granny said that they was. That's crazy. So when you live in a neighborhood, you know who the crazy folks is. You know who the folks you need to avoid are. And guess what? You think they family don't know that they crazy? Of course they do. But they let this boy, man, roam the streets to be other people's problem all day. Shut up, J-World. This is fake. Anyway, hey, look, my granny said I didn't say it. But anyway, so the whole thing is that is what you know. That is what you know. So why did these people who knew that their family member was crazy, why did they let him roam the neighborhood to potentially get in an incident where he could have got killed? Hey, J-Word, if that's really your family, that's funny as hell. That's freaking hilarious. Damn. Well, I didn't say it about him, so sue me. That's funny. Hey, no, but you know what? Let me give them some honesty. Melvin is my boy. Melvin is my boy. Anton and them other, yeah, them niggas is crazy. Melvin is my boy though. We play football together. But yeah, that's the best. Hey, that's the best I can do for you, dog. Look, that's funny as hell. But Sticks and Stones gave the face palm. Why did he do it? I'm just thinking about all that shit when I was little. That shit was so funny. But anyway, so, but you know that somebody got something wrong with them. Your family know you better than anybody. Why would they put you in a position to where you can be having this type of incident? And if the dude would have got killed, it would have been, oh, they would have never said bro was slow and he ran around the terrorized neighborhood. It would have been all, they would have had pictures of bro looking so damn angelic. Bro would have had a white suit on, dressed up like TD Jakes with a halo over his fucking head and an S curl, looking like a damn proud dad. But the whole time, bro's, oh, shit. He said, I had a family that way. Hey, that is that is a Texas name. So I bet you from Texas. That's crazy. Let me play the rest of this video.
Get off! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! Get on your stomach! Get on your stomach!
You kick him?
Get on your stomach!
Oh, wow.
Roll over now! Man, yo, look at the tree right here! Roll over now! Get on your stomach.
He said, look at
I can't believe it, man. Get on your stomach. This my house, man. Put your hand behind your back. Truck, dog. Put your hand behind your back right now. This stuff, man. Hands behind your back. Okay, damn. This how they murdered y'all. Let go. Let go. That's some bull. Stop resisting. Stop tensing your arm. Resisting, man. Y'all ain't cops. Let go of your arm. Now. Put it behind your back. Come on. Let go. Man, I can't, dog.
Oh, man.
You can easily.
He said, y'all ain't cops. This dude is all the way in psychosis.
Let go of your arm.
Oh, man's arm's messed up.
Have your arm tense intentionally.
I think that's the taser.
Now put it behind your back, sir. Arm behind your back now.
I can't, man. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
You have your arm tensed in a fist. Let go of it.
Here you go. I can't, dude. Look at my hand.
Yes, you can put it behind your back.
Man.
Hold tight till you get more use.
Oh.
Stop right now.
Man, oh, ass.
They're trying to shoot me now. Man,
put your arm behind your back now.
No, this
Give me your
nigga's
arm now.
Look, man, it ain't. Look, man, look at my hand, man.
Just put your arm behind your back.
You can't force these things, dude.
Put this arm behind your back. Put your right arm behind your back. Right now.
Man. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm not enjoying this video. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hard watch.
Put your arm.
Hold on.
Put your arm behind your back.
Grab his legs.
Damn.
Man, it's some bullshit.
I got one. You guys take your time. Just hold his legs.
We got him.
No, down low.
I mean, honestly, I love the video. He didn't end up getting killed. They handled it. They handled it well, but he did get his ass whooped, which is exactly what he needed. People sit up and be like, "Oh, this person mentally ill. They don't know better." I bet you if a big old gangster walked up on him, he wouldn't have been trying. Oh, bro. Even an animal understands the concept of positive and negative reinforcement. I don't care how slow you are. You understand certain things. This shit was hilarious. I don't care what you say. It was hilarious. Nobody lost their life, and that's the most important thing. But I just got one thing to say to that white guy. Welcome to the neighborhood. Probably ain't the first and won't be the last. But I could see why people could be getting tired of Negroes, though. For real. I look at stuff like the thing with the dude Jordan Neely. And everybody, no, he was, bro, that boy was crazy as hell, attacking old ladies on the train, beating them up. Stabbed somebody on the train. When he died, they put a picture of this dude looking like a newborn Michael Jackson. He wasn't crazy. He was a Michael Jackson impersonator. Yeah, a Michael Jackson impersonator who was crazy as hell. That's what he was. That's what he was. But we got to play this game of pin the tail on the idiot where we pretend like these people ain't crazy and like we wouldn't have put our foot up their butt if they mess with us so that we can make white folks look racist. I'm tired of that game. I'm tired of that game. If I'm tired of it, I know the world is tired of it. I know y'all tired of it. The police can get cops. Oh, CPS involved. Yeah. But guys, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So that's like the conclusion of my talking part. So if you guys want to come up, we'll take like 10 minutes. Let you guys try to, comment on the situations. Any of the topics if you want to. We'll just start doing it like this at the end. Make it better for edits because I'm going to start clipping this stuff and putting it on probably another channel. I'll put it on here first and then I'll start putting it on another channel. Urban Alchemitic HPIC, the Dexter of Brujas. You're a witch? Stop trying to do satanic stuff in my chat before I delete you. But yeah, this Colorado game is on right now, y'all. So if y'all ain't gonna bring y'all ass up here, I'm about to get up out of here and go watch Dion and them boys. Are they getting blew out? Let me see the score. Because they playing BYU tonight. Did y'all see that SC game? Oh my God, it was a nail biter. People got a lot of criticisms of SC. I think they did the best they could. Why would they score so fast, bro? You are on an away game. My boy Lemon, he cooking. You score touchdowns and you count on the defense. You count on the defense to do their job. But USC didn't stop nobody all day, so it is what it is. But who's watching the Colorado game? Oh, Colorado is up 14-0 in the first quarter. Looking good for my boy Prime. So nobody came up. I guess you guys are cool with just hearing me talk. Does it sound better when I'm closer to the mic? Put a 1 in the comments if it sounds better when I'm close to the mic. Or does it sound better when I'm kind of a distance away? It probably sounds better when I'm right here. But just let me know. But thank all y'all for watching this. I appreciate everything. Oh, shout out to my boy Sticks and Stones LA for the $5 holler in the super chat. And guys, don't forget. Oh, so it's better right here. So don't forget, it is not a crime to contribute to the stream. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Defiant Brandon. Defiant Brandon on Instagram. Man, I'm getting like hundreds of thousands. I got 313,000 views on Instagram, and I only have 2,000 subscribers. Y'all go follow your boy on Instagram. Bless up. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers because it's looking bad over there. And I promise I'll keep the content coming from here on out. Thank you so much for watching this. Like I said, I appreciate everything you do for me in this channel. Till the next time, take care of yourself. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.